Welcome to Rat Hammer Games. Happy New Year to everyone. Today we are doing a first impressions look at the Land of Dust, an adventure expansion for the 5 leagues from the Borderlands solo adventure wargame. Lead designer and writer is Ivan Sorensen and was published by Modifius. We'll take a quick look at the book. I'll tell you what I like, what I don't like, and if it's really worth it to buy it. So let's dig in. The Land of Dust is a land of rocky ground and endless desert, saturated with magic. It has magical creatures, hidden temples, and lots of bones. There is also an ancient evil called the Warlord, although there is not much detail about this warlord, so you can come up with your own ideas. This can be used as a plug-and-play expansion, a setting for your current campaign, or it can be started from scratch as a new campaign settled in the desert. For example, I have a desert on my map, so I can use the elements of this expansion on my current campaign. There are new character origin tables, where the character can be a duster, which is a Land of Dust local, or an outlander, like an outsider. This brings new skills for the characters. There is also a new race called the Cheaters, I think? The Cheaters. They are an insect race like the Tree King from D&D Dark Sun. However, the art shows them like a big hulking insect with carapace. I don't know if that is the actual artwork, but we'll go with that. Which brings me to one of the things that I like. The Cheaters, they are good. They are immune to poison. They recover from wounded on initiative roll of 6 and have +1 expertise. Wow. However, they are melee oriented and cannot use ranged weapons. I'm currently testing one in my group and let's see how it goes. There is a new background called the Wanderer that can be taken by humans and is obligatory for feral characters in this region. Something else that I really like is a new form of magic called the Serpentine Arts. However, you have to do a unique quest in order to obtain these spells. There is a new spells table, which I'm not gonna spoil. However, I will say that the spells are more on the offensive side than the ones in the main rulebook. Another thing that I really like, and is brand new, is the Desert Scouts, an organization that you can actually join, and then you can climb the ranks of the organization. The way you set up your new campaign in Dust is the same as the previous book, generating towns and points of interest with a new camp events table. However, the Ice Heart Court has no presence in the Dust and are replaced by a new threat called the Dust Rises. Let's focus a little bit on the new enemies, the Dust Rises. Some of these enemies are undead. There are ghosts, skeletons, skeletal beasts, and creatures that are similar to vampires and witches. The rest are humans. There are also imps and predators. That can give you an idea of what miniature types you may need. Just like the last book, some of them have bows or slings. Large fights. Another thing that I like, you can add more models to the fight, either 3 or 5 more models per side. These are larger battles where you fight more enemies with the help of allies. This is really great if you have a second person managing half of your warband or the enemy army itself. There is a new aberrations table, fitting for the new environment. There are 20 more aberrations, from giant lizards to huge skeletal constructs and sand elementals. This is great. For the final thing that I really like, there is a small temple effects table, which I don't want to spoil, but reminds me of the treasure hunts in the old Morheim skirmish table game. The effects are triggered by rolling triples, which is 3 dice of the same kind, during the initiative step. So, if I roll 3 6s during initiative, a special effect will happen on the battlefield, like teleportation or even doppelgangers. This table will be fun, and I hope to see more of this in the future. Now we're going to talk about loot, and this is the first thing that I don't like. Tables are very similar to the main game, so I expect to draw more tools and consumables and missing out on the new loot. The new battles have weather hazards and strong monsters, and the loot table should really reward you handsomely and consistently with the real reason to fight, not another bag of tools. The second thing that I really do not like is the exhaustion condition, which can happen randomly, where the character can be exhausted. There are ways to deal with exhaustion like healing in a settlement or spending congealed strands, but this exhaustion rule is not optional. Now for my overall impression. Do you need to buy Ancient Land of Dust to keep playing and progressing in 5 leagues from the Borderlands? No, you do not. The main book is fine as it is. Does it bring new stuff to the table? Yes, and it is highly recommended. The new enemies are exciting, and the environmental hazards are adequate. I just wish that the content was different, not just Borderlands in the desert. There are so many things that you can do. For example, you could include a scenario where you are robbing or protecting a slow-moving caravan. You can introduce a water clan with contracts and quests. Or go into a pyramid with it actually a reverse delve, going up the pyramid fighting mummies and solving puzzles for the Sphinx. There is no government structure defined in the book, which is fine, but since it's a magical land, you can make a wizard's clan plotting to rebel against the pharaoh. Also, please, we need better chances to obtain loot. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe for more 5 leagues from the Borderlands videos.